Hi, I'm Brandon Ferdig, and this is The Periphery. This past summer I spent 15 days traveling the southeastern United States, or more simply, the South. I went there to learn more about life in this region of the country. And I learned more about life there by interviewing people in every state that I drove through. The ahead is my conversation with Ruth, an African-American senior who shared about growing up poor and black in Chattanooga, Tennessee.
I don't ever remember my mother hugging me. And people resent me saying that because they say, oh, you just don't remember. I know if I've been hugged because it was 8 of us, 9 of us. And I was second to the oldest. So when I was born, she was probably, getting ready to have another one or whatever.
Did you have to fend for yourself as a child?
I had to fend for myself.
What was school like?
It was horrible because I was bullied.
Why?
Every bully, because I wouldn't talk.
You were quiet, so they made fun of you?
And so they made fun of me, and I was poor, didn't have clothes that other kids had. So it was segregated till I got into 3rd grade. And when I got in 3rd grade, they bused us. But while we were standing out waiting on buses, the white kids would come by in the bus and throw raw eggs out on us, or water on us, and it would be freezing cold. And I you know what I thought? Who got eggs to throw away? They must be rich. But right over here on 11th Street, it was a farmer's market that was about 3 blocks long, about 2 blocks wide. And we would get our wagon, all the kids would get in our wagon, went to the curb market and asked for the day-old vegetables. So they saw us coming, and they would just give us all the day-old vegetables. They gave us everything. They knew we didn't have any money, so they would give us.
Were these white and black people?
All white. We had to go to a neighborhood called Onion Bottom, and it was the city jail was in Onion Bottom. And it was just one real long building, about a block long, and the guys would be in the window hollering at us.
The prisoners?
The prisoners. So we used to stop and talk to them. Cobos used to come to our house because we lived right next to the railroad track. And so they would get off the train and jump off the train and walk down this alley to our house and knock on our back door. And my mama always gave them food. We lived in a 3-room house for about 13 years. It was the kitchen and 2 bedrooms. They never complained of anything. My parents they complained to each other, but they never complained about the conditions that we lived in. My dad wouldn't talk to us when he wasn't drinking. And then he told us how much he loved us and how he would do anything for us, and nobody, better not bother us. But when he wasn't drinking, he didn't say nothing. Because there was liquor houses all in our neighborhood. I mean, it was a liquor house it was like three streets. And there was at least 2 liquor houses on every street. We find dead people out in front of our house.
From what?
We don't know. We was children. My parents didn't. You didn't ask questions back then.
You didn't ask what happened?
No.
You saw dead bodies?
Oh yeah, several men would be dead out in front of our house.
Were they hobos or were they neighborhood men?
Neighborhood men. My daddy would just holler back there and say, such and such out here laying out in front of the house, I think he dead.
Ruth also talked about her adult years and the struggles that she faced during them.
Well, I was married 4 times. And I just didn't know what I was doing. Nobody told me. Nobody had any suggestions. I think my biggest regret is just that nobody told me to go to school, keep going to school. That wasn't important to my mother. My mother only went to the 8th grade. And her mother had a liquor house, and she lived in that liquor house with her mother. I should have been focusing on my education, and I didn't know education was important. I didn't know why Mama was sending us to school. Now, I started reading in my first marriage. I started reading, and I never put the book down for about 10 years because I just kept reading. I think in a way I taught myself how to read or how to speak. The whole marriage, I never asked for anything. You know, some wives ask for a car, clothes. I never asked for anything. I had moved to Atlanta and got on crack down there. And I thought the girl was going to buy some weed. So I told her to bring me a bag. But I didn't know she was on crack because I really didn't know what crack was. She bought me a bag of crack. So she showed me how to smoke it. I didn't know. But I mean, I would have done anything back then. And didn't,
Yeah.
You know, I did it. So I smoked it and I ended up, you know, in pretty bad shape. Couldn't work, couldn't do nothing, homeless. I had a nice 4-bedroom apartment down there. It was really nice, and that crack just took me. I was drinking all along. I didn't know what hope was.
Mm-hmm.
I just thought I would just keep, as they say, doing the same thing over and over again, expecting a different result. I was on welfare, and with my kids, because this was my husband wasn't leaving no child support. I got a apartment. A low rent apartment, and I got this in this program, and where they teach you how to write checks and find a job. It was in 80, early 80s, and they said we got a nursing program. They would come and tell us we got a program for this, program for that. They say we got a nursing program. Anybody want to try the nursing program?
Okay.
I said yeah. Because when I was a little girl, I never thought I'd do it.
Yeah.
I said I wanted to be a nurse or a teacher. And I taught school for several years.
You did.
And so I said, I do. And so I took the nursing test. And I passed the proficiency test. And
Finally, she talks about the world today and how she sees it, and then offers some wisdom to those who might be going through some struggles themselves.
I just completely quit reading the newspaper because I hate to see our boys in the trouble that they're in. I hate to see a 16-year-old boy go to prison for 20 years. I got chills just thinking about that. That bothers me. Teenagers,
Yeah.
black or white,
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. I hate. Somewhere along the way, I think somebody had an answer to that and they didn't apply it.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I keep thinking.
Mm-hmm.
It don't have to be this way. It's causing people's lives. That's different than me. My own life was in turmoil coming up, and
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know. And then they have an opportunity to get an education. They spend so much money in this world on different causes. But these boys is killing each other every night, and they're going to prison for, you know, life. A lady got into me the other day about Hillary Clinton, and I was going, Hillary's the woman. She's the first woman president. I don't care nothing about Hillary Clinton. I want somebody in there that's gonna help us. Donald Trump may not know politics, but he got enough money. I trust him. He got the money. He can do whatever he wants to. If he want to take this country down, he can take it down. All I can do is pray that whoever's president gonna do the right thing, and we haven't had one that have.
Not in your lifetime?
Not in my lifetime.
Do you think your 14-year-old granddaughter is growing up in a better world than you lived up, than you grew up in?
Yes.
Because
I was there. I was there to help them. The South is such a beautiful place, and I think if people could stop and just appreciate where they are, appreciate families, appreciate kids, and appreciate grandmama.
Thank you for watching my interview with Ruth. Please enjoy other interviews here on The Periphery.